Welcome to Cuss Clarity. If this reading found you, you are trying to figure out what energy is finally getting up out of your life, okay? What energy has been lingering around, why it stayed longer than it should have, and what you can do about it, okay? So I'm going to pull 4 cards for you. Okay, what is the energy that's leaving your life? It could be who or what this energy is, and what energy is leaving your life. Okay, first card. Second card is going to be who or what causes this energy. Why has this energy been lingering? And steps to release it. Okay, so pick your pile. All right, don't overthink it. Let your intuition choose. So for the first pile, we're going to be using the Awakening Tarot deck. And I have a green dot jasper. All right, little mushroom here, little mushy. It's known as the calming stone. It helps to balance your emotions, soothe your nerves, and reduce overthinking, okay? That's pile 1. Pile 2, you have the African bloodstone, which is known to cleanse any negative energy and create like secure grounding presence. All right, and I'll be using the Divine Tarot for pile 2. Pile 3, I have a little ice cream cone, red jasper. Okay, it's known for fostering physical stamina and strength, overcoming fatigue, and I'm going to be using the Starlit Dream Tarot. Okay, all right, so you can pause here if you need to, or jump straight into the timestamps if you've already picked your pile, and let's get into it. Hey, pile 1, welcome to your reading. We have the Awakening Tarot deck. Okay, what energy is getting up out of your life? What energy is leaving? Green dot jasper, calming, helps balance emotions, soothe nerves, and reduce overthinking for you. Okay, so again, I'm pulling a 4-card spread, and we're asking Spirit, what energy is leaving your life? Okay, 4-card pull. So first card, what energy is leaving pile 1's life? Okay, let me shuffle these again. All right, what energy, pile 1, is leaving your life, getting on up out of there? Oh, okay, so we got 2. Okay, 2 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. 2 of Wands, we know, can be a person set between 2 decisions. But as you can see, this person has the world in their hands, literally, okay? 2 of Cups, it's also equivalent to the Lover's card sometimes, okay? 2 people sharing. The cups are about what you pour in and give out. This symbol here is very interesting to me because this can also symbolize like the medical symbol that we've seen, okay? But we have 2 people here clinking cups together. Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water signs, and then we have the 2 of Wands giving off very fire sign energy, Leo, Aries, Sag. Okay, so we have 2 cards for what energy is leaving your life. Okay, I'm going to pull all 4 of the spread before I do the interpretation. Okay, who or what is causing this energy? Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, okay, Wands cards were given very much fire sign energy. So who or what? You could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sag. It could be a fire sign that you have in mind if you feel like there's someone around you that's draining energy, or it doesn't even have to be a negative energy, but this energy is on its way out though. Okay, so something's clearing up, something's being corrected, removed, released. Okay, and then we have, why has this energy been lingering with the 3 of Swords? Okay, we already know what's up. Now, friend. Okay. You watching these shits pop out and you already know what's going on. Okay. Why has this energy been lingering? And now I'm going to give you some steps to release it because Big Sister don't never leave you without some practical advice. Okay. Okay, steps to release it. Okay, actionable energy. What can you do? Okay. Four of Pentacles. All right. In the reverse. Okay, so to interpret your reading now, y'all know me, okay? And if you're new here, I don't do they love me? Are they thinking of me? Okay. But sometimes spirit will pull information about relationships, and that's fine because I'm always here to give guidance. I'm always here to show people how they can accept the most, not the lesser. But I'm not going to feed into a delusion of are they thinking about me? Is my ex coming back? However, the what energy is leaving your life, you're leaving behind that what are we type energy. Okay. Them almost doesn't count type relationships. Somebody might not be emotionally invested. Okay, that's the energy that's leaving. This could be a Leo, Sag, or Aries person that you're dealing with, because this person is obviously looking out into the open water, contemplating. Okay, they have a globe in their hands. This person may signify somebody who feels like they have the world in their hands, and maybe they are not ready to settle down because they're working on a lot of shit. Okay. Maybe they feel as though they didn't travel enough. That might have been a conversation. Maybe they are across the world, okay? But take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because this is a collective reading. But this is definitely, this card is always talking about someone in between two decisions, because the wands are about our action, okay? This person is not taking any. They could also be in the medical field, because this is giving the symbol for that. This is also a lion's head here. This could give Leo, but this card, Cups suit, is water sign, okay? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The energy is that you could be standing at a crossroads with your heart, okay? And you know that that confusion is coming to an end. It could be the person whose energy is giving off undecided, indecision. But again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But the interpretation of these two cards for what energy is leaving your life, friend, is indecision and connections that aren't fully grounded and aligned, okay? Somebody played, whether it's you, because sometimes the clarity we need is about ourselves, okay? However, there's some indecision going on. There's some confusion regarding relationships, and they don't all have to be romantic, okay? But you know better than I do. And you know what's going on here. You probably felt clocked the moment that you seen them cards come out, okay? Now, who or what is causing this energy? I'm really teetering on the fact that this is not you who this energy is picking up because of this Knight of Wands. And it also is significantly representative of fire sign energy. All right. The person looks to be dressed in police gear. Okay. This person could work in law enforcement. You could work in law enforcement. Okay, this is a black person. Okay, you might recognize them physically. They might have a resemblance. Okay, spirit is funny that way sometimes. When they're giving us clarity, they'll put us something right in our damn face. You can't ignore it. However, someone is charming, right? Because the Knight of Wands is definitely, the Knight of Wands is definitely gives that knight in shining armor energy. Okay, that's the representation in most decks. Knight that charges in, okay? They could be a charming person, but they're not very stable, okay? They came in hot and they leave out hot, baby. And that's that fire sign energy. I hate to say it as a Sagittarius myself, but some of the rumors are true, okay? Very passionate, but it's the type of passion that fizzles out very soon, okay? Either way, whether or not this person is a good person, it's fizzling out, okay? Because this energy was never meant to stay. And the reason why this energy has been lingering around so long, friend, okay? We got the Three of Swords. Just look at the picture. I ain't even got to say nothing. Come on now. It's raining. It's gloomy. We got three swords through a heart. Okay? You're healing. You're not fully over some hurt. You've been trying to make peace with shit that done fucking broke you. And you keeping the door cracked just in case a motherfucker changed their mind. You knew this the whole time. That somebody played. And it's not the type of situation where we allow ourselves to be mistreated. But it is the type of situation where you may have accepted this teetering because you also weren't ready, right? So you're unable to see someone's instability because you're like, well, I'm not ready either. Not recognizing that this level of instability was going to make it more difficult for you to heal from past relationships that were also unstable, okay? So the reason why the energy has been lingering for so long is because you're processing pain and maybe not recognizing that this situation was also not meant for you. And this is how spirit shows up. Because I laugh and, when spirit tells me what I'm going to do. Okay. Because I don't do, like I said, I don't typically gravitate towards love readings. But baby, when spirit says, hey, we got a message. Okay. I read the message. Now, the steps that you can take to release this, friend, with this Four of Pentacles, look at how he gripping that coin. Look at how he has coin on the mind. Okay, that's what that signifies. Gripped coin, coin under the feet, baby. He ain't letting them coins go. This is like a hoarding, harboring type energy. Okay, release, friend. Let it go. Open your hands so that something else can fall into it. Okay. Stop emotionally hoarding people. That you can do that too. Emotionally hoarding. Okay. Holding on to people that's not showing up for you. Recognize it and release that is your next step in order to be able to have this energy go ahead and go. Okay? Because I'm not trying to be funny with you. You ain't losing anything real. All you're doing and what you get from this is releasing confusion disguised as a real fucking connection. Because if it was mutual, it wouldn't be uncertain. It wouldn't be no teeter-tottering. Okay? Clarity over chemistry every motherfucking time around here. Okay? Now, let's get some oracle. I ain't going to keep on cussing, friend, because you already knew, okay? Now, I'm doing the crystal wisdom, okay? Oracle. I'm going to pull a couple of oracle here for you to close out your reading, okay? Pile 1. Let's get some oracle for pile 1. Pile 1. Get some oracle to tie in what energy is leaving, okay? And we already know that flip-flopping ass energy is out. It's gone. It's leaving. Finito. Okay? We have rhodonite. Heal emotional wounds. Let love guide your heart. Come on now, friend. I'm going to set this right over here, right here. If you're somebody who's visual, you know what this means. Let the emotional wound, heal the emotional wounds, okay? We talked about that. And then we just flipped over some jade. Invite prosperity and harmony. Let abundance flow in your life. Friend, they tearing you up. Remember, don't grip too tight. Even abundance and prosperity is not just about money. Abundance and prosperity of love and people that are there to support you. You gripping too tightly to how things could be. If your hand is like this, how's somebody gonna get something in it? You holding like this to something that don't make no motherfucking sense. You need to be like this. Come on, hand it to me. I deserve it. Come on. Hello? Run me my shit. Run me my mutual respect and love. Run me a mutual decision. Not you saying you're okay with a decision from somebody else because you are betting on them changing their mind. You said okay to some shit. You said okay to a flighty, non-committal type person. Okay, or even to some friends who don't show up and always got an excuse as to well I'm busy, I got kids and work is going, but that's not really what you want. Okay, then we got black tourmaline, which we know is for protection. Protect your energy, create a shield against negativity. Come on now, let's get into it. Let's get into it, baby. They are speaking today. Yeah, I'm gonna get some messages from the universe. It's kind of a long form, more in-depth oracle, okay? Let's get some direct messages from your spirit team, from the universe, friend. What energy is closing out for pile 1? Ooh, they want you to have these too, okay? Comparing yourself to others keeps you stuck in a cycle of guilt and shame and continues to separate you from your blessings. It keeps you small. Understand that everyone has their own journey, which always unfolds in divine timing. Your time will come, okay? Maybe you've held on to this because you decided that I've already been doing this, and if I quit now, it's going to look like I failed, and all of my friends are in successful friend groups, or my coworkers, you know, everyone's married, everyone's in a relationship. Stop doing that comparison shit and get what you deserve. Get the most, not the lesser. Okay? When you hold on to the past, come on now, it stops you from living in your present. Release any old hurts or worries or regrets. Commit to being in the here and now. Forgive yourself for where you think you may have been wrong. You deserve inner peace. Let it go. Let it go. Boy, baby, they screaming at you today. Oh, yeah. They on your ass. Now, if you want a more in-depth reading, the description has a link to my link tree. You can get a personal recorded reading from me regarding this subject or any other subject of your choosing, okay? There are multiple different choice readings that you can choose from if you need something more personal. If you would like to write it out, cuss it out, reclaim your power, I also have written a guided journal for just this type of thing. Write about who had you fucked up and how they not gonna have you fucked up again, okay? Now this is your clarity pile 1. Now you know better. Act like it. Welcome back, pile 2. My camera was shaking out. Welcome back, pile 2. You chose the Divine Tarot and the African Bloodstone, okay? African Bloodstone, cleansing negative energy, creating secure and grounding presence, okay? And you chose the Divine Tarot. So we are going to do a 4-card spread, all right? What energy is leaving your life? Now that was a terrible shuffle. Okay, I have a 4-card spread that I'm going to do that's going to highlight what energy is leaving your life, who or what is causing this energy, why has this energy been lingering, and what steps you can take to release it. Okay, now you know big sister's always gonna leave you with some steps because we want to have practical, because again, what they say, top-notch hoes get the most, not the lesson. Okay, my voice is a little raspy, so I do apologize, but let's get into it. For pile 2, spirit, what energy is leaving pile 2? Now I'm gonna pull all the cards for the 4-card spread before I begin to interpret, since this is a shorter spread. And then I'm going to pull some oracle to tie it in together for you. What energy, I saw that, is leaving pile 2's life, okay? For what energy is leaving, we have the 4 of Swords, okay? This is talking about the binding energy. This might be binding confines and overthinking. This could be the type of imprisonment that we put ourselves in when we think that all is doomed and lost. Okay, that's what this story, this folklore is about, as well as the 4 of Swords typically represents. Okay, who or what is causing this energy? For pile 2, who or what is causing this energy? Okay, all right, we got 2 cards, 10 of Coins and Death. Okay, now that's okay. I know it looks scary, but we're gonna get you right. Okay, who or what is causing the energy for pile 2? You got those 2 cards. Okay, now let's ask Spirit, why has this energy been lingering? Okay, why has this energy been lingering for pile 2? Okay, 7 of Cups. All right, that's the story of Aladdin that we have here. These are based off of folklores from around the world. All right, and your steps to release it. Okay, so we're getting a lot of mixture of coins, swords, and cups. I'm getting some Earth, okay? Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We even have a little bit of air, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, okay? So the energy overall for you, pile 2, the energy is giving and reading that what energy is leaving your life is, like I said, the confines that we put ourselves in, okay? Overthinking, being in our heads too much, okay? This is a folklore about a beast. He's tied up. In other decks, the Four of Swords is someone who seems to be bound, appears to be surrounded by the swords, but in all actuality, these ropes are not tight, okay? There's nothing keeping them there. The imagery here shows you that this beast is bigger than these ropes, and this rope here is not even connected to these. Are these even connected here and here and here? Or are they separate, right? At first glance, they might look like they're just wrapping all around him, but look, they're not connected to each other. So that symbolizes that we can sometimes create our own reality of being in our head too much. And that could cause us sometimes to isolate or turn to avoidance. Okay, so you've been dealing with this healing phase where you're starting to maybe notice some patterns, notice where things need to change and differ, but you kind of retreat and maybe isolate yourself because you're too much in your head. It could even be the type of imposter syndrome where we believe like everybody dislikes me. Oh, I'm so annoying. Oh God, you know, like what if that's what's leaving you. And like, I'm getting chills saying this, because I'm really happy about this energy for you, pile 2. I'm so glad that I get to clarify for you that that's not fucking true. If you weren't an amazing person, you wouldn't be on a healing journey, because amazing people don't do shit like that. They don't want to change, honey. They don't think there's nothing wrong with them. So that's a number 1 plus, okay? I don't want you to get into that mindset where you feel like you have to avoid when you're feeling low because you think that nobody wants to care about your issues and problems. Oh yeah, there's people around you that love you, honey, because this 10 of coins is telling me so. This is about legacy. Look at how he's surrounded by these kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 kids and a wife, okay? Surrounded, all right? So who or what could be causing this energy is literally talking about long-term situations that may have ended or are ending. Maybe something that you thought that was forever kind of collapsing a little bit, or major life transitions that you didn't really get a chance to process, right? Because this family card is here, that doesn't mean that it's surrounding your family. It could be surrounding a big group that you had. Maybe you had to move away from home and you used to have a big friend group. And so now you isolate because you feel disconnected. Maybe you feel disconnected because your journey is no contact with the people that were supposed to love you. And that's hard, okay? But because it's coupled with the death card, that is talking about a kind of ending that would make anybody sink into their own mind, right? You didn't shut down for no reason. It was definitely a big transition. Something came to an end that you weren't ready for, even if it was in your best interest, okay? This could also talk about somebody who had a big role at work and it had to end, or it was too stressful, or it was the company, what is it called? Business operations, business needs, whatever, a layoff, okay? But because this is signifying family and legacy, I'm getting more of an energy that it was a relationship, okay? Some form of stability to you. But again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because this is a collective. This signifies stability, and because it is the 10 of coins, it does literally talk about abundance in the form of how we make money in times, legacy, what we leave for others, okay? So this could be family, relationship, or stability of a job, but it ended, okay? And that energy that you took with that caused you to be more reclusive and avoidant. All right. And the reason why this energy has been lingering around is because this is the story of Aladdin. Look how his eyes getting big for all these lamps, honey. Okay, too many what ifs, fantasizing different outcomes, wishful thinking. Okay, you might be avoiding choosing reality because it hurts, and so you stayed in the fog. You know, a magical place that you went to. Maybe kind of going over too many scenarios, and now you've kind of muddied up what's your real thoughts and what are the anxiety driven thoughts that you maybe created. It's been lingering for a little while because fantasizing different outcomes doesn't really help us to see the actual reality. And then if we retreat and avoid and we don't speak up about it, we don't really have anybody to tell us like, okay, well, are you sure that this is what actually is happening? Or are these just things that you're overly anxious about and you've created a bunch of scenarios? And again, this energy, if I must be honest, is a very heavy energy because there definitely was a loss of some form of stability. Okay. And it has really caused you to think about, what if I would have done this? Or maybe I had an opportunity. Damn, if it's work, it's like, damn, I should have saved money. Man, I should have started applying a long time ago. I had a gut feeling that that was going to happen and I didn't do anything about it. It could be, I hate that I have to go no contact with the people that I love, but it was for my best interest. But now I'm kind of stuck on how to rebuild after being around toxic people for so long. Maybe a long-term relationship ended. Okay, or all of the fucking above. This is that type of energy that nobody can blame you for getting into depression or avoiding or retreating into your own thoughts. But baby, I'm here to let you know how to fucking fix it. 5 of Coins is your advice, okay? The 5 of Pentacles, look how she outside trying to warm herself up with a flame. Okay, when there's a perfectly good building that's lit and it's probably warm inside there, but the 5 of Coins talks about how we can try to do things on our own. Ask for help, friend. Let people support you. Stop identifying with the abandonment and the rejection, because that is the energy that's leaving you. Get your ass inside that building and realize that that little bitty flame ain't gonna help you. Okay? You do not have to be this girl who is sitting outside in a snowstorm because you feel like if you go inside and ask for help, what are they going to say? That's what they there for. How you going to know if they really want to help you if you don't knock on the door? They might have already reached out. It is okay to place your burdens on others, for lack of a better term. It is okay to lean on others, I shall say. It is when we lean on others without a plan of action that it can become tiresome for others. But that's not for you to decide if they get tired. Because if someone with good intentions says, let me help you, friend, and lends a hand, they better be a fucking adult about it and be able to handle it, because don't offer no shit that you cannot actually provide. So take that into consideration when people are trying to help you, that these are also adults who have their own ability to set boundaries and know their limits. And if a person says, yes, I can take this weight from you, I can help you, I can lend an ear, believe them. Okay? It is not selfish. It is not using. It is not opportunist to allow people to be a community for you. Even if you're starting your community over, if you did have a loss of friendships or relationships or a move that took you away from your support system or no contact, lean on the support of people, even if that support is new, okay? Believe people when they say they want to help, but also keep your eyes peeled for those who, do shit for clout, okay? Because that's always going to be a possibility, but don't let that possibility be a reason why you do not allow yourself that sense of community and for people to be able to actually be there for you, okay? Because you don't want to identify with the lack and the rejection, okay? You went quiet to survive. But you don't have to fucking stay there, okay? And baby, let me tell you something. Emotional winter is what I'm hearing. Emotional winter is over. Hello? Hello? We finna go to the tropics. Okay? Okay? We finna emotionally get flued out to the fucking Bahamas. We not in no emotional winter no more. It's thawing out. Period. Okay? Let's get some oracle for pile 2. Okay? What energy is leaving pile 2's life? All right? Let's get into it. Get into it. And I'm hearing, baby, you can do it. Take your time. Do it right. We can do it, baby. I know that's not, you know, I know what it's about. But, hey, it's on my mind. Spirit put it there. Okay? It also could be a vocal stem because I got the ADHD. But guess what? Take what resonates and leave what don't. Now. Aventurine. Attract luck and opportunity. Open yourself to growth and change. I'm going to set this one right here next to the 5 of coins. Open yourself to that growth and change. Open yourself to it, okay? Allow people in. And look at the coins. Come on now, baby. They on your neck, honey. Look at the coins. Child, you ain't going to believe me. Look at the goddamn coins. And look at the 10 right there. Let me hold it upside down so you can't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay? Yeah. They's talking to you. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's what I thought. Yeah. Open up. Aventurine is a stone literally for luck, money, attraction, growth. For literally, okay? I almost chose an aventurine stone for this pile. But my heart was set on the African bloodstone, and I was more led to it. But aventurine was on the list. But Spirit said, oh, I brought it back. Don't worry, because we know what we're doing. And honey, they never lie. Okay? Let's get one more, and I'll get another oracle. Peridot. Peridot. Invite positivity and joy. Let your spirit shine with light. Okay? All right? This is all about allowing people to be there for you. You don't have to stay stuck. You are able to reach out. People are there for you. Okay? If you need more clarity, if you need more in depth, I do offer private readings. Okay? Linktree is down in the description. You can also write out your feelings if you're somebody who is afraid to, trauma dump on others. I understand that. Okay? I definitely do. I got the Cuss Clarity journal for you to lay out those thoughts, a guided journal for you to be able to write the ugly thoughts as well as write the healing thoughts, as well as have a moment to reclaim and say, you know what? I'm allowed to feel proud. I am that. I'm the HBI. I'm the HNI. I am doing the goddamn thing, right? That's also linked in the description. Let's get some more clarity, okay? Let's get some messages from the universe for our friends who chose pile 2, okay? I am so relieved that I just can feel a collective breath of knowing, like, goddamn, somebody sees me. I'm not crazy. I am, there is light at the end of this that I've been feeling. People are there for you, okay? I can even do a private reading for you if you want more clarity or insight as to how to find those people or maybe identifying them, okay? So this one was flipped over. I'm going to trust Spirit with these other 2 that just fell off of here, okay? The reason some people have walked away from you for no reason has nothing to do with you. They have been removed from your life because the universe is taking you next. They have, because of where the universe is taking you next, they have already served their purpose in your life. Let them go and keep moving. Greater is coming. You hear them? You heard them? This is stressful situation is almost coming to an end. We are sending positive energy, financial help, miracles, and life-changing blessings your way. Put it on over here with the coin. Period. Choice is the most powerful tool you have. Every choice you make shuts some doors, but also opens several doors, bringing new experiences into your life. At any given time, you can change the direction of your life. You are only one choice away. Now, friend, that's your clarity. Hello? You know what to do with it. You know better now. Act like it. Love you, bye. Okay, pile 3, welcome to your reading with the red jasper ice cream cone. Okay, red jasper for cleansing any negative energies, creating more grounded and secure energies. Okay, and it's the little ice cream cone with the starlit dream tarot. So today we're talking about what energy finna get up out of here. What energy is leaving your life. Okay, I'm gonna do a 4-card spread. What energy is leaving your life? Who or what causes this energy? Why the energy has been lingering, and then some steps for you to release it. Okay, and I'm gonna pull all 4 cards before interpreting, and then I'm gonna pull some oracle for you at the end to tie your reading together. So let's get into it. All right, for pile 3, what energy? Okay, they want you to know right off rip. 8 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups in reverse. So right off rip, we got earth sign energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and also water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, so you got 2 cards for what energy is leaving your life. 8 of Pentacles and 2 of Cups. Okay. Oh, I seen you in there. Who or what caused the energy? The Hanged Man. And because Spirit, I don't think anything is coincidental, so I pulled the world up out of there because it was already flipped up and ready to be seen. Okay, who or what is causing this energy? Hanged Man in reverse and the World. Okay, look how pretty this deck is. I'm going to show you guys these cards. So the Hanged Man, he's upside down. Okay, so Hangman reverse, World upright. For who or what is causing this energy. For pile 3, Spirit, why has this energy been lingering for pile 3? Okay, the Queen of Swords. Oh, come on now. They not playing with y'all. They not playing with you. King of Cups, upside down. Okay, he was in reverse, but we have the King of Cups here. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Swords, which we know she plays no games. When it comes to her mouth is slick, honey. Why has this energy been lingering? Okay. And then I'm going to do a shuffle because I can't believe they want you to have 2 cards. They want a message for you, honey. They're not playing with you today, friend. I don't know. Some advice and steps to release this energy. Okay. Steps to release. Steps to release. Oh, now they playing. You couldn't, the cards was jumping out. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, my bad. Don't holler at me. 4 of Wands, okay? So we have your what energy is leaving your life, who or what is causing this energy, why has the energy been lingering, and some steps to release it. Okay, so we're getting a lot of air and water sign energy here. Okay, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, what energy is leaving your life? You got the 8 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. The energy leaving your life is that you leaving behind overworking just to cope, okay, or any type of emotional regret. The 8 of Pentacles in my other deck talks about a legend of a girl who is basically making these pentacle coins out of barbed wire in order to save her brother. But you can see in the card that she is injuring herself. Okay, this is what happens when we're literally injuring ourselves to get to the bag, get to the money, pour into different types of work. Okay, it's talking about avoiding your feelings and pouring yourself into work, staying busy instead of healing. Okay, you might be coming out of sadness and disappointment, and so you're trying to mask the feelings that are coming up of a season that's closing in your life where you've been disappointed a lot, or overcoming depression or sadness by throwing yourself into projects and work. Okay, this is growth because you are recognizing it, which is why you are kind of taking to work a little bit, because you can see that you're transitioning, but you just don't know how to channel the energy. You're overdoing it a little bit by trying to throw yourself and keep yourself busy instead of allowing yourself to feel the hurt or the grief or the sadness. Okay, but you know that you're done surviving and distracting yourself from it. Okay, so that's definitely showing growth. Who or what could be causing this energy? It's very powerful, I'm not going to lie, with these two coming together, okay? Because we got two major arcana. We have the World card, which can symbolize Libra, okay? We also have the Hangman, which talks about perspective. But the world as we know it rotates on an axis, right? It keeps going in a cycle. You knew that you were in this cycle and staying stuck too long and kind of delaying and being stagnant, because you, Hanged Man is, when we talk about perspective, you kind of refuse to see it clearly, okay? Something was over, but it kept on dragging you back because it's someone or you that wouldn't fully release it, okay? And that's okay, because you're realizing that now. Unable to accept the perspective when the world is going to keep turning, and that's is what this is, right? Who or what, this is kind of pointing towards you, okay? It's pointing towards you, but this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But it feels more like an internal issue of like, yes, I know I'm in this cycle. Yes, I know that I'm probably avoiding the truth and kind of not wanting to look at different perspectives. So because I am not wanting to do that, I'm just going to distract myself and throw myself into a bunch of work, okay? And the reason, okay, why that energy has been lingering is attributed to emotional imbalance, because the King of Cups is the king of emotional stability, baby. He's in reverse. Okay, there's some imbalance. And the Queen of Swords could be some negative self-talk, because baby, she's sharp with that tongue. She plays no games when it comes to slicing somebody up with the words, huh? And sometimes we can do that to ourselves. Okay, now she's also the Queen of Boundaries. So sometimes if we suppress our feelings, or we might be a little emotionally immature, mixing logic with boundaries sometimes doesn't work, okay? Because your heart and your mind is not on the same fucking page. You feel deeply, but then you also know better. And so there's this internal conflict with like, I know what's going on, but I'm gonna cross my arms and fold nope, not doing it. So, yep, I'm sure I could do better, but you know what? I'm not. I'm very smart and intelligent, and I have my emotional intelligence in check from a logical standpoint, and I know I'm being childish. I know I'm not doing what the fuck I'm supposed to do. That's what's crazy. That's the balance between, I'm very aware. I'm very self-aware, and I'm self-aware enough to be like, yeah, I'm not doing it, and I know I'm not doing it, okay? The internal conflict kept you a little stuck longer than necessary, friend. I'm being serious with that, okay? All right? Now, the steps to release it, very simple. And I love how Spirit said, boom, boom, boom. Very simple steps to releasing this energy, okay? It is telling you to make action, because the Wands is about action, is fire sign energy, okay? Choosing stability and more aligning yourself, okay, on purpose, intentionally choosing, because you have the power, because you're both emotionally intelligent and intelligent, okay? You're both logical and emotionally sound, emotionally intelligent, emotionally aware. So you have the power to choose intentionally stability and joy and purpose and all of these things. You can surround yourself with people that remind you of why the fuck you want to be that person. Celebrate. Build something that actually feels good and not just looks like it. Because you're not going to get that from distracting. You don't have to choose struggle when peace is available. You do know that, right? You do know that if this was a store, right, an emotional store, struggle is on the shelf, but peace is too. And you walked straight past peace and picked up struggle because you wanted to. That's what they telling me, friend. Don't get mad, okay? Because you wanted to. The logic and emotional stability, the immaturity of you knowing what's logical and what you should do, okay? You chose. And you knew you did, though, okay? I'm not telling you nothing you didn't already know. You probably got this reading thinking it was going to say something different. Now you getting clout because it's telling you what you already knew. Because you tried it. Because you doing some shit that you know you're not supposed to be doing. Because logically, you've already talked yourself out of it. Come on now. You've outgrown the version of you that's tolerating emotional confusion. And if it's disrupting your peace, you can choose a different path, friend. It's telling you that. It's telling you choose. Be mindful. Be present. Be intentional. Okay? It's just straight up alignment after some emotional confusion and conflict. Like you're done doing the hard way just because it feels like home, because it feels familiar, because it feels natural. Okay? So I'm going to pull some oracle for you to tie in your reading. Don't forget that I can give you a personal, more in-depth reading if necessary. If you need more clarity, that link is in the link tree in the description box here. And also there's a Cuss Clarity journal. It's a guided journal where you can cuss your way to clarity. Because clarity is not always about doing what's woo-woo and mindful. Because what you can be mindful about is how people had you fucked up. You can still be mindful about that. You can still write about it too. Okay? So we got rose quartz. Nurture love and compassion. Open your heart to healing. That's that self-love as well. Okay? Okay. Pile 3. Let's get some oracle. What energy? Okay. We have aquamarine. Y'all remember that movie? If you don't, I guess you're not old enough. Seek emotional balance. Let calm wider. Ooh. That's what I get for saying y'all wasn't old enough. Now I can't read. Seek emotional balance. Let calm waters guide your journey. See, it's talking about calm. You ain't got to do shit the hard way. And you don't have to do it alone. Okay? You don't have to throw yourself into distraction, throw yourself into work, or throw yourself into helping other people because you don't want to face what it is you have to face. This is simple, friend. I'm not even trying to be funny with you. This is goddamn simple. And you knew it. You brought your ass to this reading because you thought that I was going to tell you something else. It was somebody else's fault. Ha ha. The joke is on you. You're making things harder for yourself than you need to because you got your arms folded. Yeah. Okay. But that's okay because Big Sister's here to help you through it. And I'm going to tell you the real because I'm going to help you get the most, not the lesser. Because we don't play games over here. We clarify. Okay? Boom. And the 2 cards, they want you to have these 2. Okay? No act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. That strengthens their compassion and empathy. If this is describing you, keep being that beautiful soul that you are. See? You can choose. And people do love you. So that imposter shit can go. What's meant to be yours is already making its way to you. What was never yours is starting to flee from you. With time, it will all make sense. For now, bear the confusion and focus on living fully in the present. Didn't I say that? Don't let your whole life be, I'll be happy when. Be happy now. See, you don't listen. They tearing your ass up. Now, let me get one more just because I feel like you ain't going to listen. I feel like you need one more. Because, look, you hard-headed. That's what they told me. I'm just saying. They told me you was hard-headed. They told me that you know what you doing. But you being a little bit emotionally immature. You got your arms folded. But I'm finna uncross them. The journey wasn't the smoothest or the most pleasant lately, but everything is coming together. Your patience, strength, and perseverance will soon be rewarded. The wait is almost over. Hold on. There you go, friend. There you go. All right? So that's your clarity. What energy is leaving your life? Okay? Now you know better, friend. Act like it.